Students rescued from a sinking boat, an exploding truck caught on camera, and a school announces it's graduating students with artificial intelligence. Fox 5 anchor Russ Spencer joins us with stories from across America. Russ?
Courtney, good to see you. We start in Piscataway, New Jersey, where a police saved a driver just moments before disaster. Take a look at this. Newly released footage shows officers responding to a vehicle stopped on railroad tracks around midnight. Officers said the driver was impaired and unable to follow instructions. They had to drag him out of the car just moments before it was hit by the train. The officers received commendations for averting a potential tragedy. In San Francisco, some high school students were rescued from a sinking sailboat. The fire department and the Coast Guard sprang into action over the weekend, saving 9 people, 8 of whom were students, part of a local high school sailing club. Fortunately, every one of them was wearing a life jacket. They were taught well. Now take a look at this. A camera catches a truck explosion in Illinois. It happened on a residential road in Addison, a suburb of Chicago. The blast damaged several homes. Police say an investigation revealed the explosion was sparked by a leaking propane tank in that truck. And amazingly, the driver of the box truck walked away from that explosion without any serious injuries.
Kelly Danko. Sophia Cicero.
That voice is AI. The viral commencement shows Pace University students queuing up their phones with a QR code on them, and once scanned, an AI voice announces their name, the goal to help perfect the pronunciation of students' names as they provide phonetic spelling. So, Cornea, I think that's a terrible idea. I mean, when humans can do this sort of thing, let them.
I mean, we want to keep our jobs, right? This is a slippery slope that we don't want to go down.
I think they could easily replace me with AI at this point. Fewer wrinkles.
Not true.
I think you're in good shape.
Not true, but there's just something about a human, live human, reading your name as you walk across that stage that you just can't replace.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
All right.
A roof collapses during a fire. Multiple people are hurt after a boat explodes, and a unique alligator goes viral. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant joins us now here with stories from across America. Courtney?
Hey, Tom, we will start in Berkeley, California, where police are investigating a frightening incident that was caught on camera. Take a look.
Dude, hey, stop it!
Wow, you can see a man desperately gripping the roof of that Toyota Prius as it careened down the street. At one point, the driver briefly stopped but quickly drove off. The man stayed on the hood. For now, the investigation is ongoing. In southeast Florida, 11 people are hurt after a boat explosion in Fort Lauderdale. Reports say it includes 2 children. The U.S. Coast Guard released this video showing emergency crews responding. It's not clear what led to yesterday's explosion. According to reports, it happened as the owner started up the vessel. An unusual-looking gator has now gone viral. The tailless gator was caught on camera, seen waddling across the street in southern Louisiana. The woman who took the video says when she saw it, she thought at first it was a dog. One reptile expert says it's likely the gator lost its tail in combat with another gator and can normally survive without it. Take a look at this roof collapse that happened during a fire. Fire officials say a few firefighters were on the roof when it gave way, but they somehow, thankfully, escaped without injuries. The department said this video highlights the dangers our crews face every time they battle a fire, and we are thankful everyone is safe. Well said, because, I mean, it just goes to show what a dangerous job that is, running into burning buildings.
Wow, some incredible video there. Thankfully, none of those firefighters were more seriously injured. All right, Courtney, thanks. A pair of high schoolers become heroes at their senior prom, and some frequent flyers try to take a plane for a change. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant joins us now with stories from across America. Courtney?
Hey, Tom, we begin with a sad story, a lesson of driving gone terribly wrong. A tragic accident in California took the life of a father. Authorities say 64-year-old James Politoski was giving his 15-year-old daughter a driving lesson in Laguna Beach on Memorial Day when the teen lost control, crashed through a fence, and plunged 40 feet down an embankment. Politoski, who was in the passenger seat, was killed. His daughter, who had a learner's permit, suffered serious injuries but is expected to survive. In New York, 2 high school seniors step in to save prom. Ethan Amaya and Kayla Perez say their senior prom almost didn't happen because most of the students couldn't afford the $200 tickets and the extra prom costs. Ethan and Kayla set up a GoFundMe to raise thousands of dollars to help reduce the cost of tickets. They also collected gowns and suits for their classmates. No day is the same for law enforcement. Just ask the Washington County Sheriff's Office in the state of Wisconsin. Deputies responded to a pig on the run in the town of Wayne. They found the farmer trying to get the wandering pig. The pig, clearly unimpressed, took a dip in a ditch. Eventually, the pig returned home and was put in a more secure pen. That was a pigeon flying down the aisle during a flight from Minneapolis. One passenger, showing no fear, knocked it out of the air with a jacket. Look at those reflexes, my goodness. It turns out the pigeon had a travel mate. People on board found a second one a short time later. Both pigeons were set free after the plane landed in Wisconsin. I mean, the pigeons are like, look, we're tired. We've been flapping our wings. They just wanted to hop on board the plane and have a nice, easy, air-conditioned ride.
You know, you've heard of spiders, snakes, but pigeons?
Oh, and roaches on that Spirit Airlines flight.
I think I prefer the pigeon.
Yeah, I'll take the pigeon, too.
Courtney, thanks. Police chase ends up on airport property. Officers save a woman from a burning car, and drones help officers arrest a suspected thief. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryan joins us now here on set with stories from across America. Courtney?
Hey, Tom. We will start in Denver, Colorado today, where sheriff's deputies got a little creative trying to get a bobcat out of a house. Take a look.
Well, I'm gonna see if he chases a laser. I don't know, cats like lasers.
It's not a normal cat.
Dude, cats are all the same. They all like the same thing.
You guys are hilarious.
Here, kitty. Did you hear that? The wild animal had settled on a shelf in the living room. That is so intimidating, I just have to say. One deputy tried to lure the animal out using that green laser that's equipped on the officer's tasers. It didn't work. Apparently, all cats are not the same. Instead, the bobcat left on its own terms out the back door sometime later. In San Francisco, police officers used drones to help track down and arrest 2 people suspected in a car break-in. The drone footage from the police department shows a suspect breaking into a car and climbing inside before taking something and running off. Thankfully, police were able to quickly track down and arrest the suspect. Body cam footage from Goodyear, Arizona shows a police officer saving a woman from a burning car. It happened around 4:30 Sunday morning after a car had been involved in a multi-vehicle crash on the freeway. The officer broke a window and pulled the woman out of the car. She was taken to a hospital in critical condition and is expected to survive. In Wisconsin, a wild police chase makes a landing at the airport in Fond du Lac County. This began when deputies attempted a traffic stop, but the driver then took off. Eventually, the car ended up on airport property, forcing the airport to halt all incoming and outgoing air traffic. A pit maneuver ended the chase as the driver re-entered the roadway. A 27-year-old man and 2 passengers were arrested. A plane's passengers' sky-high list of demands has gone viral after she handed flight attendants a printed flight allergy list. The laminated letter was shared on X, quickly igniting backlash and mockery online. Among the airborne offenses that could apparently send her into medical mayhem, no coffee because she was highly allergic to even the smell. No cashews, no fragrance or chemical smells like cologne or perfume, and no smells of gasoline or airplane fuel. She also asked for a large bottle of water and not the typical thimble-sized cup. Now, allergies are very serious, something that you don't want to,
For sure, of course,
ridicule or make light of. But I don't know. I don't know how an airline can guarantee that you're not going to smell airplane fuel when you're on the plane.
And I want to sit in 1A up in first class on the bulkhead. That was at the top of her request list.
And I want to be the first person on and the first person off the plane.
By the way, here, kitty, you had to have loved that.
But too good.
That bobcat looked completely disinterested in that laser.
He was like, I ain't leaving.
Yeah, not leaving.
Yeah.
Courtney, thanks.
Yeah.